Challenges are inevitable in our daily life. New knowledge to grasp from a course, demanding assignments in your wiki subjects, tricky problems that arise in your workplace. When faced with such challenges, what's the first word that comes to your mind? Do you find yourself considering them arduous work and tell yourself it's too hard? Or do you embrace them with a positive mindset and take on a task head-on? If you tend to lean towards the former, then today's video is for you. Today, I want to share some thoughts on approaching difficult tasks. The most important thing to do first is to change the way you think and quit saying it's too hard. Here are the reasons why. When we label something as difficult or even impossible, we are basically telling ourselves that we can't do it. If you find yourself constantly avoiding challenges, chances are you have a weak belief in your own abilities, what psychologists call self-efficacy. People with high self-efficacy see difficulty as something to conquer and achieve. Because of this, they naturally find themselves interested and engaged in the activities they choose to take on. Conversely, people with low self-efficacy doubt their capabilities and steer clear of tough challenges. So here's the deal. Saying something like, it's too hard or I can't do it, doesn't do us any good in developing a strong sense of self-efficacy. So the next time you face a daunting task, you'd better tell yourself there's nothing I can do. Trust me, shifting your mindset can make all the difference. Considering a task as difficult also influences your identity and behavior. Research has found that once someone really believes a certain part of who they are more likely to act in line with that belief. If you're convinced that you are someone who embraces challenges, you'll be more likely to behave accordingly. When things don't go as planned, people with low self-efficacy often give up quickly. And when stress hits, it's even harder to bounce back. To make matters worse, if people constantly feel that they lose control over what happens in a situation, they may experience learned helplessness, which means every time people run away from challenges, they reinforce the habit of avoiding difficult tasks altogether. It's like we're stuck on repeat, accepting defeat without even trying. But hey, we can change all that. We can start by ditching the phrase it's too hard and instead saying there's nothing I can do. But just be clear here, when I say there's nothing I can do, I'm not saying we should take on any and every impossible task out there. If your dream is to become a pilot, but you wear glasses, or you're not quite tall enough, it may be wise to consider other options. And yeah, it's important to recognize that a task is tough and plan accordingly. But for those challenges that are standing in the way of our goals, adopting a positive mindset won't do us any harm. It might just be the thing we need to tackle those obstacles and make progress. Thinking that something is difficult gives us perfect excuse to procrastinate like crazy. Because when we convince ourselves that something is too difficult, we unintentionally give ourselves permission to delay or half-heartedly tackle the task. Over time, this habit leads to self-doubt and the belief that we are incapable of accomplishing difficult tasks. Let's banish the phrase "it's too hard" from our vocabulary once and for all, and keep telling ourselves there's nothing I can do.